Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 11th episode of LTRIS, the LT Research and Innovation Series that is conducted by the LT Department of Ujian. But today, we will have Professor Zia as the speakers, and will be delivered the importance of learning English for communication in the global sphere. So, you remember, all right. So, I think we need to start it right now because it's already 9:07 a.m. So, we will be delivering the and then also it is open to discussion for the students, the audience, and Zoom and YouTube, and also from this region. To our beloved professor, time is here.
Thank you. Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody, everyone. How are you today? Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah. In this opportunity, in this morning, yeah, I would like to present about the material, yeah, for L3 activities about the importance of learning English for communication in the globalization era. Yeah. Is learning English for communication, not other. Yeah, maybe you will ask about it. Yeah, you to know that English is an international language. Yeah, and then you will ask again why English is called as an international language, not Indonesia, not Arab, for example, not Malaysia. Yeah, English is spoken by countries. Yeah, for example, America, British, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah, big countries are spoken in English. So English becomes an international language. You have to understand also that English for today's English becomes international communication. Yeah, for example, for international seminar, for international conference. Yeah, English is used by people who are actives. Yeah. Now, my title is the importance of learning English for communication in the globalization era. Slide. Oh yeah. Okay. The second slide is the life of human being wherever and whenever they live. They must absolutely do with communication. Communication needs a tool. The only tool that is used for communication is language. Maybe you will ask the question, yeah, why we need for communication? Yeah, yeah, because we are social creatures. Yeah, we can live lonely in the world. Yeah, we are social, as I have said that we are social creatures, so we need for communication between each other. Yeah, for sharing, yeah, for sharing ideas, for look for new information, yeah, for seeking the knowledge and so forth. So communication is very important for you as a human being. Yeah. And what is the tool for communication? The tool is language. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. The tool for communication, I have said that language. Language. You are now in English language department. Yeah. So you have to understand what is the nature of language. Yeah. Language, or by language, people can communicate and interact with other people and even disseminate and advancements, yeah, in science, technology, economy, religion, culture, and so forth. Yeah. By language, you can, yeah, by mastering language, yeah, more particularly by mastering English language, you can go around the world. Is it right? Yeah. So learning English is very important for you, for all of you, I mean. Yeah, because as I have said that English is an international language. So if you master English well, you can go around the world. You can follow international seminar, international conference, yeah, and you can make communication and interaction between other people in the world. Is it right? Yeah. So language is very important to you. Yeah, more particularly English language, because you are now in English language teaching department. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. In today's English is as international language for global communication tool. Yeah, as I've said, for example, English used for tourism, pop culture, markets, internet, trade, and so forth. Yeah, so English for not only for communication but also for trading, yeah, for trade, for markets, and also I have said that English is very important for you to follow international seminar or international conference. Yeah, yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, because you are now in English language department, so you have to know, so you have to understand what is the nature of language. Yeah, it's it's impossible if you are now in English language department, so you don't understand what is the nature of language. Is it right? Yes. Yeah. Language, yeah, according to structural view, language is a system of arbitrary, yeah, vocal symbols by means of people to interact and to cooperate. Yeah, that is the meaning or the definition by structural view. Yeah, the expert of structural view, yeah, Sometimes, appear the name of Chomsky. You know Chomsky? Yeah. So language is system. Yeah. System, it means here that language has rule. You can say, for example, in bahasa, saya bahagia. What in English? Hmm? I am I am happy. I'm happy or I'm happy. Huh? Huh? I am I am happy. Yeah, not happy. Yeah. I am happy. Yeah. I am happy. Yeah. You should put be before happy. Happy is adjective. So you should put be. Why? We should put be before adjective because language is system. Language has its rule. Yeah. So you can say saya bahagia, but you say I happy. I hungry. I beautiful. It is big rock. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, it is big rock. Yeah, you have to put be before adjective because language has the rules. Yeah, I am happy. I am thirsty. Yeah, I am beautiful. I am lazy. Yeah, and so forth. Yeah, language is system. And second, language is arbitrary. Still before, yeah. Uh, Language is arbitrary. Do you understand what is the meaning of arbitrary? Hmm? No. Why? Huh? No. Why? You don't know the meaning of arbitrary. Hmm? Anyone can give the meaning of arbitrary? Hmm? Hmm? Sewenang-wenang. What semester? What's your semester? For, yeah, not sewenang-wenang, ya. Arbitrary means here is based on social, yeah, social agreement, based on social convention. Do you understand what I mean? So arbitrary, yeah, the meaning of arbitrary berdasarkan kesepakatan masyarakat, kesepakatan sosial. Ya, for example, in bahasa air, air, ya. In English, water. In Indonesia, people say apa? Yeah, you sometimes drink by using glass or yeah. It is called as water. Yeah, in bahasa Indonesia is air, yeah. Indonesian people said that water is air. Sundanese people said that water is chai. Yeah. Javanese people said that water is banyu. Yeah. Arabic people said that water is apa? Maun, banyu al-maun air. Yeah. Lombok people said that water air is aik. Orang Lombok mengatakannya aik. So why to say the same thing but different word? Yeah, yeah, because language is arbitrary. Yeah, language is based on social convention. Language is based on social agreement. Ya, orang Sunda mengatakan air itu cair. Ya, itu kesepakatan mereka. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So language is arbitrary. And the next language is vocal. Vocal. Yeah, if you are, for example, if you are in the class now and then you hear or listen to the cat voice or dog voice, you will can say that is the voice of cat, that is voice of dog, for example, because language is voice. Language is voice. Yeah. And the next that language is symbols. Symbols. Yeah. For example, if you go in the middle of the sea and then you see the flag has two colors, red and white, you will you will say that is the area of Indonesia. Yeah, because yeah, in the middle of the sea, there is what it is called symbol. The flag of the flag has two colors, red and white. So language is symbols. Yeah, by means of people to interact and cooperate. Yeah. So as you are now in the English language teaching department, yeah, department, you should understand, you should know what is the meaning of language. Yeah. Okay, please you say together. Language. Language is system. Is system is system. Arbitrary. Vocal symbols. By means of people. By means of people to interact and to cooperate. Yeah, people, not people, but people. Yeah, bilabial plosive. Yeah, yeah, your lips. Yeah, apa? Not spirited, but close. People, people. Yeah. Okay, please you say together. Language is system of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of people to interact and to cooperate. Yeah, okay. Now do you understand of the meaning of or the nature of language? Yes, okay. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, there are three theoretical views of language. Yeah, number one is structural views. Structural view, yeah, structural view has correlation with structure and for the coding of meaning. And the second is functional view, yeah, functional view. That the language is tool for expression for functional meaning. And the third is interactional view, yeah, interactional view that language is for expressing for expression or for performance of social transaction between individual. That is, they are or those are three theoretical view, yeah, theoretical views of language, yeah, structural view, functional view, and interpersonal view or interactional view. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please, Ibu Emma. Yeah. There are two theories of language learning. Yeah, big theories of language learning. Yeah, number one, or the first is behaviorist theory, and the second, cognitive theory. Behaviorist theory is by Skinner, B.F. Skinner. Yeah, the expert of behaviorist theory is B.F. Skinner, and cognitive theory is Chomsky. Yeah. According to behaviorist theory, that language is manifestation of human behavior, and language learning is new habit formation process by giving stimulus and or with a response. Yeah. So according to behavior theory, language learning is new habit formation process by giving stimulus with a response. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Why Sundanese people can climb the mountain? Because in everyday life, she or he always climb the mountain. Yeah. So because in everyday life, she or he always climb the mountain, so the activity of climbing the mountain become uh, habituation, become uh, apa new habit or become habituation for Sundanese people. But maybe, for example, for Indramayu people, they can climb the mountain because in Indramayu there is no mountain. Is it right? Yeah. So in bahasa Indonesia bisa karena biasa. Is it right? Yeah, that is the definition from B.F. Skinner, that learning language or language learning is new habit formation. So if you would like to speak English well, you have to make new habit formation process in everyday life. Yeah, if you do like that, you can do it. Do you understand what I mean? Iya. Kalau Anda ingin mahir berbahasa Inggris, maka lakukan proses pembiasaan. In everyday life, you have to always speak English. Yeah, yeah. It's sure that you can do it. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. And according to Chomsky, that language is subordinate point of cognitive development. Yeah. And dependent on attainment of various concept. According to Chomsky, that language learning is a rule formation process. Rule formation process, not the new habit formation process, but rule formation process. Why Chomsky said that learning is a rule formation process? Because children, since she or he was born, yeah, she has what it is called as as innate capability or innate ability. Yeah, she or he was born, she has ability or capability to use language. And the tool for use the language, according to Chomsky, for children, it is called as LED, language acquisition device. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So according to Chomsky, that learning is a rule formation process. Yeah, not habit formation process. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, okay. Okay, next. Yeah. Because my title is about learning English, so yeah, I wrote the distinguish, yeah, the distinguish between acquisition and learning. Yeah, acquisition is a process by which children unconsciously acquire their native language. Unconsciously. Ya, acquisition in bahasa pemerolehan. Ya. So, acquisition is a process by which children unconsciously, tidak sadar, ya, acquire their native language. Like children throw the rubbish on the ground or take the rubbish, yeah, from the ground. And learning Yeah, learning while learning is as conscious knowledge of foreign language or a second language, knowing the rules, being aware of them, and being to talk about them, like you are now in English language department. So you have to be called as language learners. Yeah, you have to understand about the rules of structure, of grammar, of phonology, morphology, and then you have to use grammar or what else? Structure. Yeah, when you speak English, you have to. Yeah, you have to use grammar or structure when you speak English. Yeah, because you are now in English language department, because the status of you are as language learners. Yeah, not acquisition. Yeah, but learning. Ya, bukan pemerolehan tapi pembelajaran. Ya, so acquisition and learning are not the same. Yeah, acquisition for children and learning for you when you are now learning English as foreign language in English language teaching department. Do you understand? Yeah, okay. Next slide, please. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll ask, so how to, what method or approach can make students be able to make communication? Yes. What method or approach can make students be able to communication or to interact with other people? Yeah, as teacher or maybe as a lecturer should understand through this. Yeah, they our students be able to communicate or interact with English. Yeah. Okay, next. The first one, the approach is communicative language teaching approach. Yeah. Communicative. Yeah. Communicative language teaching. Communicative. In this approach, students get more practice and practice. With the communicative language teaching, students will get more practice and practice. Yeah, because this method supports students to be able to communicate in real life situation. With communicative language teaching, student will get more practice and practice in or with English, yeah, in daily life, yeah, or in daily situation, yeah. So students will have opportunity to interact between each other. With the communicative language teaching, students have opportunity to make communication or to make interaction with other people. Yeah. And the second, yeah, collaborative learning approach. Collaborative learning approach. Yeah. Yeah. In this method, the students enjoy the activities both in pair and in group. Yeah, with collaborative learning approach, yeah, student will be enjoy in pair and also in groups. Yeah, and if the student enjoy in learning, they will be easily to motivate, yeah, to motivate to study English with their friends. Yeah, yeah. If students are enjoy, yeah, if the students enjoy, so it is very easy for them to motivate to study hard in English, more particularly to interact or to cooperate in English with other friends. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Next. Yeah. And the third is through questioning strategies. Yeah. With questioning strategies, provide necessary stepping stones to communication. Yeah. Teacher questions give learners the opportunity to produce language comfortability. Yeah. With the teacher question, the students will more comfortable to use English as a target language. Ya, dipaksa ya untuk menjawab. Ya, without having to risk. Yang menjawabnya itu without having to risk. Ya. And the second teacher question can serve to initiate chain relation of students with opportunities to find out what they think and what they say, yeah, by hearing. Yeah, yeah. With the teacher question, students will say something, yeah, will sing about something by hearing or by listening to the teacher activity or to the friends activity. And the last, by teacher question, teachers immediately give feedback to the students. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. Next. Next. Establishment. Yeah. Establishment of information gap. Yeah. Information gap. Yeah. In this activity, if one student understand about something, then the student understand about something will share to other student who don't understand about something. Yeah, the student when the student understand about something, then he or she will share to other student who don't understand about something. That is information gap. Yeah, information gap. So by information gap, establishment of information gap, the class is dynamic like orchestra. Yeah, dynamic like orchestra. Everyone uh, should say in English. Yeah, or everyone should ask the question in English. Yeah. So the class is so dynamic like orchestra. Yeah. It might be finished. One more. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much for nice attention. Yeah, for this meeting. Yeah. I like you all. Yeah. Okay, maybe now time for for ask the question. Thank you very much for all of you. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Everyone can give a pause for Korea.
You.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof, for delivering the presentation. Now it's the time for discussion sessions. You may ask questions or discuss something with Professor Huria. From the online participants also can join us here.
Okay, please show up your hand. Maybe you have question. Yeah, okay. Please show.
Mention your name.
My name is Marwa Aman. It mentioned that in the part of questioning strategies, it mentioned that we need to ask teacher. We need to ask a student without putting down the
I'm just questioning what kind of risk do you mean by that? If you can explain the type of risk.
Yeah, okay. Directly?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. As question, yeah, teacher question, student without having risk. That is your question? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you ask the question, having risk, having to risk, or no? I ask you.
This, I mean, what is the risk?
No, no, no. I mean, the risk here is, yeah, maybe without NCT. Yeah. But when you make question, you will up or you will get up your self confidence and also high motivation. So there is no risk for ask the question. Do you understand what I mean? Or there is no anxiety?
Shouldn't make the student uncomfortable.
Yes. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So yeah, if you ask the question, yeah, you have no risk, you have no uh, apa your motivation is high and your self confidence also high and your anxiety is low. That is according to my mind, that is without having to risk. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you
So
so
much
much
for the
for the
questions
questions
and
and
also
also
the answers. Is there anyone who wants to ask another
another
questions,
questions,
please?
please.
Oh,
Okay, from
yeah. Aduh, the leader of
Yeah.
TBE. Yeah, okay.
The activity of this as the speaker. Okay. According to the title, yeah, of the topic here, the importance of English, learning English for communications. Yeah. I have found any informations, yeah, I mean, in internet or many people said to me that there's a certain country, yeah, that there is no English, yeah, like China, yeah, in any airport, yeah. Some of part, my friend said some of part, yeah, they don't use English. Every this is used bahasa Cina, Mandarin. So, Prof. Furia, what is the phenomenon like this?
Yeah. What is the phenomena like that? Yeah. Why Chinese people don't use English? I don't know exactly. Yeah. And then why Korea people don't like English? Yeah, I don't know exactly. But we know that English is an international language. Yeah. English is not in our country. That English is taught from elementary until university. So maybe in China also English is taught. In Korea also might be is taught. English is taught because in every maybe for example in what is it called laptop. Yeah, if I open laptop or if I use Google Meeting, we should understand English to open it. Is it right? So maybe in China also English is taught. In Korea also is apa English is taught. Yeah, because English is an international language. Is it right? Yeah. Is it right, Bu Lulu?
Korea and China are like Indonesia, that's not second language.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe in China and Korea or in Indonesia, English is not the second language, but is as a foreign language. But in Singapore, English become a second language. In our country, Indonesia, second language is Bahasa Indonesia. Everyone should understand and should use Bahasa Indonesia in daily life, in daily activities. But in Singapore, yeah, in daily activities, the people of Singapore use English for communication because English become a second language. But Indonesia, in our country, English is a foreign language, so not the same. Yeah, maybe that is my answer. I hope you will be satisfied about my answer. You are welcome.
Okay. So from the online audiences, do you have any questions to discuss here? Maybe from this one, is there any other questions?
Yeah, maybe uh, boy or man,
From the boy?
you you can be always quiet without saying anything. Please you pick up. Please pick up. Yeah. I dislike if you are only quiet and then quiet without, yeah, and then quiet, yeah, turn right and then turn left without thinking anything. Please you speak up.
The boys? Is there any comments or questions?
Boy, please, may you self confident, please.
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Huh? People, you mentioned that English is the global language, right? And from the current knowledge, I read that English become the global language because of the political story. And my question is, why word consider English become a global language? Why not the language is that only because of politics or another? Yeah, yeah, because yeah, English become global language because, as I have said, that English is an international language. English is spoken by 5 countries in the last time, maybe, yeah, not now. Yeah, language is spoken by America, by Australia, by British, by New Zealand, and also by what else? Yeah, Canada. So the 5 countries that I have said, those are the big countries, and they use English as for communication. Yeah, yeah. So maybe yeah, I don't know exactly. Yeah, maybe there is any political will. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like Indonesia. Why in Indonesia don't use Sundanese language or Javanese language? Yeah, because any political will. Yeah, to unite the many people, many apa namanya, many people in Indonesia. Yeah, yeah, not only Sundanese people but also Javanese for yeah, for all of people are in Indonesia to unite the to unite the people who live in Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. Now, still any question, Emma?
Okay, is there any question from the audience here? So I think it's already 10 a.m. So I need to end this meeting now.
Mm-mm.
So to conclude, here in the year of organizations, mastering English is not just a skill, right, ma'am, but a necessity for meaningful international interactions and also the personal development. And we also can use different approach to learn English based on the need of the class, for example. And then, yeah, that's a very interesting topic that you will bring here in our L3 sessions in the next episode. So thank you very much for Professor Julia for delivering the presentation and also the discussion. And I'm also very thankful for the audiences who already joined us here in this sessions. And then I would like to remind you again that you need to send the certificate request to the form that will be here. There's in the chat box there. And then there's also the requirements for you to have the certificates. So please, for the one who joined the L3s in this room, you need to have a selfie here to get the certificates. And also for the online audiences, you need to have the screenshots. So please do the screenshots now before I close the meeting and leave the meeting up. So thank you again for Professor Ria and for the all audiences. See you again next month, inshallah, with Ma'am Amro. See you again next. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay. Someone has the children. Saya dan Marisa, pagi aja dulu. Sehat selalu.
Alhamdulillah. Tadi malam kurang tidur.
Gitu ya.
Lihat YouTube. Terima kasih.
Gimana sekolahnya? Sekolahnya lagi bagus.
Belajar
Terus-terusannya.
terus ya. Oh, namanya. Ya, kita kan memang harus belajar dan
Aja.
untuk berbicara di LPS juga karena sebagai not a student center but teacher center. Iya kan, Bu Doro? Iya, teacher center should make good preparation before sitting here.
Saya ngajar dulu.
Oh iya. Oh, gitu.
Ya, itu absensi.
Saya bawa dong.
Di mana?
Hari
Yang beda
Ayo jejer aja, jejer. Di mana? Di mana? Tuh di situ. Ayo udah di situ. Hah? Atau di sini, duduk gitu. Oh, ya udah. So, ayo Bu Loro. Di mana? Ya. Oh, cahaya geser ke sini.
Oh.
Ya. Ya. Oke. Just a minute. Tuh. Ayo.
Sini. Masuk sini. Apa?
Ayo. Nih duduk.
Nah,
Ayo, Emma.
kita kan biasa.
Halo. Halo.